Hello, my name is Mrs. Schrader-Shook and I will be your GATE teacher this year. If you're receiving this video, that's because you're in the virtual academy and you're in 3rd, 4th, or 5th grade. So again, my name is Mrs. Schrader-Shook. Some of you know who I am because I've been at your school before, but some of you had Mrs. Ustenko. Mrs. Ustenko has moved, and so now I will be your GATE teacher. So again, one more time, that's Mrs. Schrader-Shook. And I'm just going to introduce you to myself and how our virtual lessons are going to look this year. So the first question you might be asking is, how often will you receive virtual lessons? If you are getting math lessons, you will get 2 math activities sent from me every week. One of those activities for sure will be me videoing myself, teaching you how to go through the activity and what kind of thinking is going to be involved with it. If you are in GATE for reading lessons, you will be getting 1 reading activity sent from me every week. So if you are in both, you can expect to receive 3 GATE activities from me every week. Each of those activities will come out on Mondays at 8 a.m., which means you have from Monday at 8 a.m. through the next week to get those activities completed and sent back to me. What happens if you do not complete your activities? So let's say you go 2 weeks and you do not complete your activities. Then you will get a warning. I'll reach out to your parents, I'll reach out to you, make sure everything's going okay. And then if that happens again and you go 2 more weeks without submitting anything to me, then I will just not send you lessons anymore and you'll just get classroom teacher lessons assigned to you or VIED music, those kind of specials. But GATE activities will no longer be sent to you. So after 2 weeks, it'll be a warning. After 2 weeks after that, if that's still happening, then I will not send you lessons anymore. There will be certain requirements for your lessons, so you might not have to do every slide every time, but I'll make sure and make it clear to you what is expected for each lesson. We made each lesson kind of long so that if you finish and you've finished your other work and you have more time, you can keep going with your GATE activities, but not always do you have to complete the entire assignment. So make sure you're following directions and listening to what your expectations are each week. So what do you do for each assignment? With each one, you have to make sure you're either reading the directions, and then if there's a video attached with the direction video, make sure you're watching that. And then you need to submit your responses weekly, but when you are submitting your responses, I'm watching for 2 things. I'm watching that you completed it with all of your expectations for whatever the expectations were that week, and that you're doing quality work. Quality work means that I know that you attempted your best and that you're putting forth your best effort and trying to make it look like you put effort into what you are submitting to me, and it doesn't look like you just went in, did it quickly, and submitted it. So make sure you're turning in quality work. Where will you go to find your Seesaw assignments from me? So if you have gotten to this video, it means that you knew how to find your GATE activity. You need to learn to do something called toggle. So when you toggle, it means that you have to switch between your classroom teacher lessons and mine. So you will have 2 classes that you are assigned to. In your classroom lessons, that's where you'll access most of your activities, but then you'll need to toggle or go up into your top left-hand corner on Seesaw to select GATE. Okay, so then you will go into your GATE lessons, and from there you will see the activities that are posted from me. So again, the activities from me will not be posted on your classroom assignment page. It's posted on the GATE page. So you will need to toggle between the 2 classes, but you always know that my assignments will be coming out on Monday at 8 a.m. So that's when you can go in and check what's been submitted to you. So once you're in the GATE team, you'll see your GATE classroom on Seesaw. You'll be able to see the assignments from me. And then there's also folders. So there's a math folder and a reading folder that you can access. Again, if you only get math activities from me, I'm only going to be sending you assignments that will show up in your math folder, and you won't have anything in your reading folder. Same with your reading. If you are only for reading, you will only see the assignments in the reading folder. If you're in both, you can check to see what your reading assignments are in your reading folder and what your math assignments are in your math folder. And again, you'll have 2 math assignments each week and 1 reading assignment each week. So what is your first assignment? This week, you are only going to have 1 assignment for you to complete, and then starting on Monday, you'll start getting additional assignments from me. So hopefully you can see this. The lighting is a little bit weird, but I'm just going to quickly go through how your activity is going to look. So there are 7 slides with your first activity, and it's more of an introduction. So on the first slide, you have an option. You're going to introduce yourself to me, saying your name and your grade level. By doing that, you have 3 options. You can either take a video of you responding to those 2 things, you can take a picture of yourself and post over that, or you can just type in your name and your grade level. The second slide is practicing taking videos from your device. Now, I know that if you're in the Virtual Academy, you have a laptop instead of having an iPad. Some of you might also have an iPad and be accessing that from home, but from the district you would have been given a laptop. So that, I believe, can swivel and turn into like a tablet, but I want you to make sure that you know how the video function works. And so that is what your second slide is, practicing that video function. Within that video, you want to make sure that you are practicing how to set up your device so that you're taking a quality video. I have my iPad propped up with some books so that it stands up straight, so that when I'm taking a video, it's not wobbling around and it's not kind of going all over my face. It's set up nicely so that the person watching the video isn't seeing me having to mess with my device. So make sure you find a way that you can prop up your device so that it is solid and not wobbling and you get a clear video of you. You also want to make sure that you are speaking clearly so that the person that is watching your video and listening to your video can hear what you have to say. So there are 3 prompts for you to respond to. The first prompt is, what is something you're looking forward to this year? This can be related to school or not. The second question you respond to on video is, what is your favorite book and why? And then the third response for you to have is, what is your favorite mask? And so today, my mask is yellow and it has flowers on it, so I could just say, this is my favorite mask because I love bright colors and I love flowers, and so that's why this is my favorite. So in one video, you respond to all 3 prompts. Once you've taken your video, then you post that on this slide. The next thing we're practicing is taking photos on your device. So we've practiced taking videos, now we're practicing taking photos. And there's a couple different things that we want to take photos of. The first thing is, I want you to take a photo of your learning space, and then you'll post that below. It's really important that if you're in a virtual academy, that you are learning and doing your activities in a space that you can focus and that you do not have distractions around you or a mess around you. You want to make sure you set up a nice learning space so that when it's time for you to complete your lessons, you know where to go and you have a structure so that you can complete things in a timely manner. So you'll take a photo of your learning space. The second photo that you're going to take is the schedule that you can create for yourself that you're going to follow. So if you don't have a schedule created for yourself, that's your task. You need to create a schedule for yourself and post it on here. So it might be something like, I get up, I brush my teeth, at 8 a.m. I start my lessons. I work on my lessons until 10 o'clock. Then I take a break, and then I come back after lunch, and then, so whatever your daily schedule is, I need you to set up a schedule so that Monday through Friday, you know what you're going to be doing and when you are going to be focusing on schoolwork. So you'll post that photo on that next slide. So we've practiced taking a video. You will practice taking a photo. And then the last thing you're going to practice is typing on the device. So there's going to be some slides that will give you a prompt for you to respond to so you know what to type. So here is setting a goal. How many books would you like to read this year? So think about a goal. How many books do you want to read this year? I challenge you to read 40 books this year. Can you read 40 books in one school year. That's about 4 books a month. I know you can do it. So I want you to post what is your goal for how many books you want to read this year. The next slide. The next slide is what are you going to do this year to stay healthy? That can involve washing your hands, eating vegetables, drinking lots of water, making sure you get your exercise. Think about what kind of goal do you want to set for yourself so that you make sure that you're staying healthy this school year. And then the final typing activity is I want you to think about what do you want to learn how to cook this year? What do you want to know how to make all by yourself? Maybe it's pasta. Maybe you want to be able to make your own breakfast in the morning. Maybe you want to make a sandwich for yourself. What is something, a new skill that you'd like to learn that involves cooking? And post that. That is your entire assignment for the week. Again, that's your only expectation, and then your next assignment will be sent on Monday, and those will be more related to your math or your reading assignments. So, see you next week.